So we've had a great year on YouTube, and for the start of the second year, we've got a great series coming right up. Hello and welcome to Life Begins at 20. My name is Mark and thank you so much for joining me. Now, we've had an amazing year and to be honest, it's absolutely blown me away with how well we've actually done. I never truly expected how well we've actually done here. So we're closing in on 2,000 subscribers, which, to be perfectly honest, at the start of this creating content, 100 would have been, that was my goal. That was like, okay, I might get to 100 eventually, but, if I can't imagine I'm ever going to do that, so it's going to take some time. And I've been blown away at how many people have actually come and watched and enjoyed my content, especially as we've also, as of the time of recording this, just passed 100,000 views, which is mind-blowing. People have watched 100,000 people, 100,000 views of my content has been watched, and that is just absolutely fantastic. And we're not going to stop there. We're going to try and push on this next year to go even further, and I really can't wait to start this journey. Now, this new exciting project of mine, as I mentioned on Twitter, people have probably already guessed what it's going to be about, but in this video we're going to be talking about introducing that series and why it's important. So as I mentioned a moment ago, we've got a brand new series starting where, as much as I've enjoyed having people telling me, they've got into Cube because of my videos, which is absolutely fantastic, and that was the same thing as Milo helped me get into creating Cube as well, whether it was my own personal Cube or creating content. It's just, I've been so grateful to him for doing that, and being able to actually get messages back telling me I've done the same thing is really what I want to be able to do. I want to be able to help get more people into this fantastic format. And part of the time during last year, I didn't really have a goal in mind for creating the content, or I had a vision or what I was actually striving for. I mean, it got a little bit lost at some point in time where I was like, okay, what am I actually doing? Am I just creating generic content? Am I just, putting Cube stuff out there and non-Cube stuff out there? What do I actually want to do? And it dawned on me when we got closer to 100, to a year, was that, I actually wanted to be able to help more and more people get into this fantastic format. And there wasn't really enough out there. I mean, yes, there's like introduction videos to Cube, like the one I've done, which will be on the screen now. But apart from that, there wasn't really there's people saying, okay, I've created this cube, it's this size, and these are all the cards in it. But there wasn't really a detailed process for a beginner to actually go in and go, okay, what am I supposed to be doing here? How do I make these decisions? And all this kinds of stuff. So for me, this is what this series is all about. I want to be able to help bring new people into this great format at a low budget as well, and that's a key thing here. So I mean, the first aim for this series, which is a build along series to create a cube, help the new player get into this format. I want to be able to make sure every process and every decision that I'm going to be making is documented. It's a nice step-by-step process and easy to follow along. And the third and the most important thing for me here is to make sure it's cheap and budget friendly. Now, the obvious way of doing this is going to be creating a pauper cube, and that is where this series is going to be going. I want to be able to get into this format as well personally, so it's a nice way of tying in that, but it is the cheapest way, apart from making proxies, to get into this fantastic format, and it's still fantastic and a really good format to get into. Plus, it's still going to give you the same feel of a cube. Now, in the next video, we're going to be going over what Pauper is as a format and why I've chosen the Pauper cube itself. But to start off with, in basic terms here, it's literally just because it is the cheapest way to get into the cube format. You can pretty much build a Pauper cube for the same price as, say, a couple of fetch lands, or one Liliana of the Veil will get you a whole Pauper cube, which is endless amounts of entertainment. So that is in essence what we're going to be doing here. We're going to be making sure the new players can follow along. It's going to be budget friendly, being pauper, and it's going to be a step-by-step process throughout the course of many weeks to actually go from start to finish, so that new players can just follow it along and it could just be helpful. And if there's anything that you'd like to see in this series, again, do let me know in the comment section below. I know that obviously I've got people here who are experienced cube players and builders that may not end up finding the content in this information that useful to them because they probably already know it, but like I said now, there may be some things that may be able to pick up that would be quite useful, or if I've missed anything out and newer player does need to know something, again, do let me know in the comment section below of those videos which ones, if there's information that I've missed out, the new player may be able to find useful, and you can just kind of, as a community, help newer players get into this fantastic format, because it is by far the best Magic the Gathering format out there. And yeah, I'm a little bit biased, but I haven't found anything which I truly enjoy as much as I have with Cube, and I'd just like to be able to share that passion and that kind of excitement of this format to all of you. So if you're a new player and you're wanting to get into Cube for the first time, this is definitely a series to be looking at, and definitely hit that subscribe button and notification button so you know when each of these videos come out. But if you want to get started straight away, up on the screen there's going to be a card now, which is just going to be an introduction, which is an overview of what Cube is and what you kind of get to expect. But from 2 weeks time there'll be the first video explaining what Pauper is and why I've chosen the Pauper Cube, and then we're going to be going on every other week to just flesh out this amazing project. And by the end of it, you'll have, if you follow it the same as I've done, you'll be having a fully fledged Pauper Cube, and that is something really cool that you can then work on, you can build upon. I'll still be bringing videos out once the series has been completed. I will have updates to this Pauper Cube and so on, so you can carry on following along if you're watching at a later date. So again, thank you everybody for watching. So much for this past year has been phenomenal, and I can't wait to see where the second year takes us. Just before we ended the video, I wanted to talk about a brand new game that's coming out from my sponsor, 5 Colour Combo, in the form of Town Bumpers. This is actually a really fun, family-friendly strategy game that's definitely well worth having a look at, and there's currently a Kickstarter available at the moment to help support and bring this game out to the rest of the community. I've been lucky enough to try this out, and to be perfectly honest, this is actually a really fun game that doesn't take very long. So if you're interested to find out more, go to the website www.enfutownbumpers.com, and there'll be a link in the description below for that as well, so you can go and check out the Kickstarter and find out more about the game. I would just like to take this moment to thank my Patreons of the channel. I can't thank you enough for the help and support that you're giving me. If you'd like to do the same, head over to patreon.com/lifebeginsat20, and there'll be a link in the description below for that as well, where there are plenty of rewards to choose from. With your support, we can really push to make this channel even better. Be sure to check out our sponsor, 5colorcombo.com, for a great range of Magic the Gathering accessories with stunning artwork, plus a great app to draft and create decks on the fly. Use the referral code LifeBeginsAt20 for 5% off. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for new videos every Tuesday and Friday. With your support, we can really help this channel to grow. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.